Browns losers to the Los Angeles Chargers, Mary Kay, 38-14 here at FirstEnergy Stadium. So they still seek that elusive winning streak, if that's what you can call 2 wins in a row. They were unable to do it a few weeks ago against Oakland. They're unable to do it today, and they lost in blowout fashion to the Chargers.
They really did. I mean, it was just a thorough beatdown. Offensively, defensively, special teams. It started right off the bat. I think they had a 32-yard punt return after the Browns' opening drive that led to a touchdown. Phillip Rivers was amazing. He didn't complete that many passes, only 11, but he managed the game extremely well. They rolled up 449 yards on the Browns, including 246 yards on the ground. Melvin Gordon, 132 of those with 3 touchdowns. The Browns walk out of here embarrassed.
Yeah, and the running backs really got to them. You know, they've had trouble with running backs all season long, but it hasn't come back to haunt them. But today, on a day when they were just unable to force turnovers, Phillip Rivers played like Phillip Rivers can play. You kind of hoped this would be one of those days that he has every now and again where he throws like 3 picks. It didn't happen. He picked this defense apart, and then the running backs did the rest.
Yeah, I really thought that this defense was going to come up big today against Phillip Rivers. It could have been a statement game for them. Myles Garrett, he could have come out and dominated this game. Same thing with Denzel Ward. There were a lot of guys on this defense that should have come out and really just put themselves on the map today, and they were not able to do that. And on the other side of the ball, oh my goodness. I mean, first of all, Baker Mayfield, he was limping around. We know that. But they have no receivers on this team right now. They took Jarvis, they double-teamed Jarvis, took him out of the game. He caught only 2 of his 9 targets for 11 yards. The other guys were dropping passes. Antonio Callaway, Damian Ratley dropped passes in the end zone. It was they had at least, I think, 5 or 6 drops. It was just a horrible day.
Yeah, Damian Ratley given the opportunity to step up today, and he just couldn't take advantage of it. You mentioned the drop passes from him. Of course, this team scrambling late in the week as they were losing guys. Then they lost Rod Streeter, of all people. We didn't think we'd talk about Rod Streeter as a key player, but losing him on your first punt cover, that's absolutely killer because he was becoming more and more part of this offense, and it's probably time for this team. Look, you wrote that the Browns should try and trade for Odell Beckham. If they could do that, that would be great. But whatever they can find out there, it's probably time for them to really start shopping for a receiver if they haven't already.
Yeah, I mean, they have to. Supposedly Amari Cooper might be available, but they really have to look and scour and see if they can come up with something because you can't put Baker Mayfield out there with this kind of a supporting cast. Either that or those young guys have really got to step up and put their big boy pants on and catch those passes in the clutch when you need them to. It would have been a completely different ball game if Antonio Callaway and Damian Ratley had caught those touchdown passes in the end zone.
And there's other things they can do too as well. Duke Johnson, he wants to be a wide receiver, so let him go be a wide receiver, get him the football a little bit. They're going to have to really dig into this tape, and this coaching staff is really going to have to come up with something between now and next week in Tampa.
Yeah, it was just really a downer for these fans here who had watched 2 straight victories here. They were so excited about this football team, and this really kind of took the wind out of the sails for it to be such a bad and horrible loss.
38-14, the Chargers beat the Browns here at FirstEnergy Stadium, and we'll have full coverage of it all at cleveland.com/Browns.